So now I'm starting my class. Okay, it's already 8:08. Okay. Am I clear with the note? All of you? Am I clear with the note, Suresh?
Yes, yes.
So anybody, what is the prerequisite? My name is Rajesh. I'm actually freelance admin who Linux ka. So the past 6 years, I'm actually into the training field. And first thing is that what are the prerequisites of learning Linux administration? Okay, prerequisites means if we want to learn Linux, what you have to know freehand. So there is no prerequisites. Anybody from any field can jump into Linux. So you can step into software field from any field. Either it is IT guy, either it is a non-IT guy. Soumya, understanding? Getting what I'm saying?
Yes, 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 yes.
So anybody from any field, whether it is IT field, non-IT field, or any other field, they can come into software field using Linux. This is the advantage. Okay. Next thing we are going to see is where is this Linux course administration code being used? Okay. For what purposes? In software field. First person interested in Okay, Linux administration. Who wants to go for Linux administration job? Okay, there it is useful. So Linux administration is useful. Okay, second, going for AWS course. Just a second. A student going for AWS course needs Linux administration. Any idea? Now you got to understand, I think. So wherever this Linux administration course is being used, Soumya, see, a person who is interested in going, okay, see,
Okay.
Linux administration is course useful in different areas in the software field. Okay, it is
Okay.
connected. So a person who want to go for Linux administration job, he wants to do Linux administration course. So Linux administration job के लिए you need Linux admin course. Okay. Second thing is a person who wants student or a person who wants to go for AWS course. What does AWS mean? Amazon Web Services. It's a cloud technology.
Yes.
So there also Linux knowledge is required, right or not? Wherever
Yes.
the Linux knowledge is required. Third, a person who is choosing to go for DevOps, Linux knowledge is required. A person, next thing, a person who wants to go for Oracle database administration or MySQL database administration. Okay, these databases are deployed on Linux only in real time. In real time, in production environment, databases are deployed like Oracle or MySQL on Linux. So in order to manage these databases, Linux knowledge is required. Okay. And one more thing. So am I clear with where it is required?
Yes.
So these are the 5 areas where if Linux is understand, you are able to understand Linux, it's going to help. Linux administration job also requires the Linux knowledge. AWS kind of courses which are cloud technologies, they also require Linux knowledge. Are you actually migrating to any cloud technology? Linux is important. DevOps is also a place where Linux knowledge is required. Students who are actually going for admin jobs, Oracle database admin job or Oracle MySQL server admin job, these are databases. They also require this. Most of the databases are deployed on Linux in real time in production environment. Most of the databases are deployed on Linux OS. So in order to manage those databases also, we need the knowledge. And one of the most important thing, Linux system programming. What is this Linux system programming? Any idea? See, Linux system programming is writing the internals. What is Linux system programming is? Writing Linux internals. So not about using the Linux, you want to create the components of a Linux. Other system programming like kernel development, device driver management, all this comes under Linux system programming. A person who is going to go for the Linux system programming should have the Linux knowledge, basic knowledge. So in all these fields which I have mentioned, Linux is going to help you. Okay, and any person from any field, IT field, non-IT field, who wants to step into software field can use this Linux as a platform to come into the software field. Okay, Suresh, am I clear? Any doubts? Suresh, tell me, Suresh, what is the doubt?
Sir, it's clear, sir.
So clear, na? Now we will see the course content, course details. Course duration is for 35 to 40 classes. Okay, course duration starting from this day, including demo, it is 35 to 40 classes or maximum 45. Okay, course timing 8 to 9 or max 9:30 p.m. every day, weekdays only, sorry. Okay, course content. So course content is divided into 3 formats. First thing, to make you understand the basics of Linux is the first thing, basics of Linux and Unix. Okay, basics of Linux and Unix. Second, Linux standalone. That is configuring a single system. Third, Linux server topics. Okay, the course will be dealt in 3 levels. First will be the basics of Unix and Linux, make you aware of what are the different contents in the Linux, how to operate it, how to manage it. Okay, this comes in the basics of Unix and Linux. Okay, after that which will be around for 15 classes, nearly 15 classes. After that we are going for a standalone administration. After that we are going to standalone administration, which also takes some 15 to 20 classes. Then we are going to do the Linux server administration topics. Okay, this is the total course content of the Linux. I'll just paste it. So as you can see here, Linux administration, first I'll paste the basics of Unix and Linux. This is the basics content of the Linux and Linux. As you can see here, basics of Unix and Linux. So we will be starting with the overview of Linux and Unix. Okay, overview means we are going to understand what is actually Unix, what is Linux, how it came into existence, what are the different components and all the things, internal components. Okay, later we will start with working FAT with the command line. Okay, how to give instructions to Linux, how to use the command line to give instructions to Linux to perform some operation. Okay, later we will be starting with the basics of how to create files and directories, listing those things. Okay, we are going to use Linux to create files and directories, how to manage those things, and how to display what are the contents of the files and directories, apart from files and directories information. Okay, then we are going for the VI editor. VI editor or VIM editor is the notepad kind of thing in Linux, which is very helpful to create files and directories. Apart from that, VI editor is mostly used for configuring server part, server configuration part, or all edited in VI editor. It is like a notepad or a word pad in Windows. Okay. Next, coming to how do you copy, move, rename, and delete these files? How to manage different files which are created, copying, moving, renaming. Then coming the linking of files. What does it mean? Linking is like short links. These are like shortcuts in Windows. Any file or a directory can create a shortcut in the directory. You can put the shortcut on a desktop in Windows. How to manage those kinds? Apart from that, we are going to see simple filters and advanced filters. What is a filter? These are used to actually filter some data from a file or a directory. Using this, you can filter some data. A file contains some data, you can filter it. These are two kinds, advanced filters and simple. After that, we are going to see file and directory permissions, advanced file permissions, and how to manage ownership and group ownership of the file. Okay, these basics of Unix Linux will take you to a level where you are able to understand what is happening in the background. Okay, how to create files, how to manage files, how to delete, how to create files using veditor, how to use cat command. Okay, how to use filters to filter the data from files. Okay, from files and directories. Okay, these things. Apart from that, how to manage permissions for files and directories. Since Linux is actually treating everything as a file, and Linux is a secure operating system. Using the using the permission policy, we are going to implement security in Linux. Linux security is implemented in the format of file permission. Okay, so these things will be taught for 15 days, around 15 days. Basics of Unix Linux, 15 classes. So now you will understand. If you have finished the basics of Unix and Linux, you will be in a level और अंडरस्टैंडिंग आपको इंक्रीज हो जाएगा कि आप नेक्स्ट टॉपिक्स को आप समझ सकते हो. सो नेक्स्ट टॉपिक्स आर दिस स्टैंडअलोन एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. दीज आर द कंटेंट. This is standalone administration. You can see. So how to manage disks, how to create file systems, how to create partitions. That is first thing. Next is how to understanding the Linux boot process. How the Linux operating system boots, what happens in the background. Okay, apart from that, user management, group management, how to create users, how to create groups, and how to manage those things. ACLs will be taught. RPM, which stands for Red Hat Package Manager, is using which you can install your applications. Okay, packages are installed using RPM and yum. Logical volume management is actually a disk management format. And apart from that, RAID level implementation we are going to see, and process management. This comes in standalone administration. Okay, don't get confused with all the topic names. These are just for time being. I'm showing what are the content, but whenever you're doing the course, you will understand what is the each and every topic. So for time being, just remember this is the course content which I'm sharing it, so that you have some idea what is taught, what is going to be taught in this class. Okay, for that you may not understand each and every point from this course content. What is this? Maybe the faculty is going faster. So this is for time being. Just remember this is the course content. When we are going in through the course, we are going to discuss in detail. We are going to discuss in detail each and every point without skip. Then comes advanced course, Linux administration course content. This is the thing. So this is Linux server administration content. These are the server applications on which you are going to work upon. So how to configure networking in Linux. First thing we're going to start, how to configure networking in Linux. Later we are going to see network configuration tools, different network configuration tools, ifconfig, nmcli, nmtui. Okay, apart from that, other things also. Later, how to manage FTP server. This is a file transfer protocol server. How to manage NFS server is one of the topic. Network file system. Samba server. How do I configure a DNS server in Linux? How do I configure a web server, Apache web server? And how do I configure DHCP, and how do you install Linux remotely using Kickstart? Soumya, any doubts till now? Any confusion? Soumya?
No doubts, but the admin topic have some doubt. Maybe it will be clarified after the class.
Okay. What is that your doubt? You can ask me now also.
No, actually, what is the Samba server, the Apache server? I just know the name, but I don't know actually what is the work and also.
See, I'll just give you a simple example. So Linux, you know, it is used in a production environment. You know what is a production environment? I am very much clear for that. So in production environment, multiple people are working. Linux is a multi-user, multitasking operating system, and it is also a networking operating system. Network based means you can use the Linux operating system in networking, right or not?
Yes, yes.
So there can be arising in a server environment. There can be many tasks. So some tasks may be project has been created. That task has to be shared with other people. That files has to be shared with other people, right or not? These are the tasks.
Yes,
So
yes.
you are working on a server. You are actually working as a group. This is a group में project group में एक application development के लिए 10 लोग काम कर रहे हैं. 10 people are working. So you need to share your data. You are working in your own login on the server. You need to share your data, project data. This Samba server, this is a Samba server, which is a heterogeneous file sharing system. Heterogeneous file. You can share from your Linux operating system to Windows operating system your project files using Samba server.
Okay.
Okay. This is
Okay.
one of the tasks. Na? So these kind of things. FTP server. What is FTP server? File transfer protocol. You wanted to upload and download data to a server. If you set up the FTP server, these setups will come in Linux networking administration. Okay. These are called server administration topic. Okay. These topics before that, these are called standalone. Means how do I manage a single PC, single Linux PC? Okay. How do I create partitions in a single PC? How do I format it with a file system? Logical file system like NTFS for Windows in Linux is called ext4 XFS. Okay. How do I create groups? How do I manage those users in that group? And I just told you what is this access control list, which is called ACL. Simple example. In Linux, I told you everything is treated as a file, not like Windows. Everything, even the devices are also treated as a file in Windows, Linux. You know that? Okay. So, in order to secure your files or directories, even the devices, okay, we need some kind of permission policy. ACL permission policy helps in doing that.
Okay.
How do I secure my operating system file? These are my resources. I have created a project file. Okay, I have created a project file. Suppose this project should be accessible to a group only, group of 10 people, right or not? This can be a scenario.
Yes.
So in your company, there may be hundreds and thousands of people working. How do I secure my files in a network environment so that other people cannot access and delete it? Right or not? This is a policy. How do I implement this kind of thing in Linux? This is managed to access control list. Getting?
Yeah.
Okay. And apart from that, whenever you are working in client environment or server environment, there may be requirement of packages to be installed. Suppose I wanted to deploy a Samba server in my system as a admin, but Samba server doesn't come from air. You have to implement or install the Samba server packages in order to deploy it. From where you will deploy? What is it? From where and how you deploy? This is managed using Red Hat Package Manager, RPM. Using RPM command and yum command, this is the package management tools using which you can deploy packages, you can install packages, you can update packages, you can remove packages. Is this not required in the server environment package deployment for different applications, right or not, Soumya?
Yes. 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 Yes.
So these are managed using RPM. These are managed using yum. Okay. What about this logical volume management? Okay, this is a hard disk space management. I will tell you. LVM stands for hard disk space management. Okay. What is this hard? See, server operating systems. For example, I deployed on my Linux server a Oracle database. Okay, Oracle database. Soumya, this is an example for you.
Okay.
So today being a demo session, we are just going into what we are going to learn. Okay. We will go to the exact demo session later. First, we want to see what is the course content, why we are learning, and what is going, how it is going to help us. Okay, why we are going to learn and how is going to these topics going to help us. Logical volume management depends on hard disk. Small example, I have deployed on my system, server operating system for a company which I have deployed Oracle database. You know what is the database purpose? Okay, what is the database? It's a backend which stores all your data. Maybe application data or other things like bank application. So bank application, all the account information, all the data will be saved in a database. So database will be growing. Means the size of the data as grows, database also grows. Right or not?
Yes.
Okay. So if I have a single hard disk of 100 GB. Think my hard disk space is 100 GB. I have allocated in that I created a partition and I have allocated 50 GB of space to the database, and the database is growing. Problem is that 50 GB of data is a very small data. It just fills up in no matter of time, no time. So after the 50 GB has filled up, database will crash if you are not allocating space to it, right or not? Because 50 is filled up, right or not?
Yes.
Okay. Then how to dynamically allocate data to a partition without affecting the application? How?
Okay.
This logical volume management will help us in doing that. You don't need to down the database. You don't need to switch off the database or stop the database, upgrade the database to a new location partition, then start to grow. No. This can be hard disk partitioning and accessing, increasing the size of a partition can be done dynamically without affecting the application using logical volume management. Getting what is the purpose? You have little idea now. What is LVM?
Yeah.
Okay. So next thing, what is RAID implementation? RAID. Most of the people may have heard about this RAID in their BTech times. They were doing the computer science. This will be taught. Okay. RAID stands for redundant array of inexpensive or independent disk. Okay. Small example for RAID. Why we wanted to implement RAID? So the same database example I'm taking. I have created an Oracle database for a banking application. Data is coming and being saved. Suddenly there are chances, though there is free space, no problem, but there are chances for file system corruption. File system means the partition on hard disk on which the data being saved has got corrupted. Then what happens to the data? Any answer, Soumya?
Can you repeat the question once?
What is that question?
No, can you repeat the question once, the red levels again?
Small example. See,
Okay.
I have deployed my database. Deploying a database. So I think everybody, Abhi, some name has come up. Please, can you tell me what is the? Are you listening, Abhi? Listening, Abhi. Student Abhi. You can unmute. Abhi, you can unmute. Are you understanding?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Are you understanding?
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, the Windows and Linux administration is a little bit similar, or is complete different, sir?
No. Topics wise, you can say Windows is also server operating system which you have administrate. Linux. Topics like, see here, small example, server example. Configuring network. Network is by default common to any operating system. Remember that, Abhi. Means IP address, TCP protocols. How do I use the IP classes? These concepts are similar, both for Windows Server and a Linux server. Difference comes in implementing, how the implementation in Windows is there and what command is used to implement the same network concept in a Linux is different. Abhi, you got my answer? Abhi?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So,
yes, sir.
Same concept. In Linux also, in Windows Server also, you can implement FTP server. Okay? In a Linux, see, in a Linux, the same FTP server is implemented in a different way. Packages and software is different. Concept-wise, FTP server is same for Windows and Linux. Abhi, getting? Abhi?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And one more thing, small example.
Yes,
DNS server is there. In Windows also you can implement. In Windows server environment, you can implement a DNS server. Same. But Linux server implementation is more CUI based. You are opening a file and editing it. In Linux, it is just like next you are pressing, implement the DNS over. That way it is different. DNS concept is same for both. Abhi, you got it?
Yes, sir. Sir, it is completely CLI, sir.
Not completely CLI. It is CLI come GUI. I will teach you, show you both. Okay, Abhi. Linux is not totally
Okay,
CLI. You can do it in GUI also, but CLI is preferred. Getting?
Yes. Sir,
CLI
in this
is
many
tell me.
command we have to remember for it, sir.
Yes, yes. Most of the time, suppose for example, small example, DNS server you want to implement in Linux. Think. In Windows, okay, you can implement it in a different way, same concept. But for DNS implementing, think small example. For DNS server implementation, first you have to deploy packages. For
Yes, sir.
DNS server packages, what are packages? Packages are set of code or software created to deploy application. So after DNS server applications are installed in a server, later you have to create setup for DNS, means edit the configuration files of DNS server and make it live using systemctl command. Then after that, test it if it is working or not. After testing, you can deploy it. Getting Abhi?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So in Linux, CLI is preferred. In Windows, GUI preferred. That is the difference. But DNS server as a concept is same for both.
Okay.
Okay, Abhi?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, any other doubt you can ask me. So, see here, RAID implementation, small example. For Soumya, I am saying it. See, Soumya,
Okay.
I have deployed a Oracle database. Database is actually place where all your content, data content which is generated as an account will be saved in a tables, 2 by 2 tables. What is the table? Which contains rows and columns. Employee table,
Yes.
small example. Employee number
Okay.
is the table, is the content which is storing employee number, employee name, job, sal, department. These things, salary. Okay,
Okay.
these things are saved. All the saving are coming to database, but physically database will be saving all the content in a data file, which is actually located on a partition on system. Okay, partition on a Linux operating system. So there are chances, if you are implementing database, there are chances the partition gets corrupt, hard disk fails. What happens? What about the data? Okay. Is there any way of securing the data? What I'm saying, Soumya, is there any way of securing the data from loss? This is my scenario.
Okay. First of all,
Using, tell me.
first of all, Linux is more secure than Windows, right?
Yes, I am saying not about file system security. This not
Okay.
file level security or permission level security. I am saying hardware level. Hardware,
Okay.
hard disk is same for even Windows or Linux or Mac OS. Hardware is same only. Any portable hard disk is same. You are not like your Windows operating system or desktop you are using. In the server environment, we are going to use server hardware. That is a different hardware, totally different. There are
Okay.
fail proof, but
Yes.
chances are there due to what is the thing? Small example, Aadhaar. You know, Aadhaar information for each and every citizen of India is being saved, right or not, Soumya? Aadhaar.
Yes.
Is this Aadhaar information noted in a diary for each and
No.
every user? They will
all are
create.
virtual, right?
All are virtual only. They create for this Aadhaar server to maintain
Yes.
this Aadhaar for the whole of India. They will maintain data centers. You know,
Yes.
data
Yes.
centers which has
Yes.
10,000 computers, 20,000 computers, or 20,000 hard disks, which are not in like your desktop hard disk. These are called server, SCSI hard disk, small computer
Yes.
has or Spark machine. They create arrays and arrays of computers, and for them to make the Aadhaar secure means if that data center is got failed due to earthquake, okay, that data center has got burnt off due to some other reason. Where is the Aadhaar information? It is all lost. So what they do, they will maintain the Aadhaar information data centers in 2 different places in 2 different locations. One is in
Exactly.
Bangalore, one is in Haryana. Getting?
Okay.
So this is one of the way using which you are actually securing your data from losses. So same way, example, in your current system, you are having 2 hard disks. Think.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is that database is installed by default on one hard disk. I will create a RAID array. RAID array will what it will do, whatever is written to the first hard disk will simultaneously be written to the second hard disk also. This is called RAID implementation. So
Okay.
if one of the hard disk is failing, second hard disk will contain the same data and you are assured that data is safe.
Okay.
Understood?
Yes.
Soumya?
Yes.
So this is for the RAID implementation.
It's a
Now
type
you
of
got to
backup. actually.
This is a kind of backup only. There are many levels of RAID implementation. You are going to see this practically when you are doing our practical. So now you got to understand group management, user management. किसके लिए? You wanted to create users. You have to manage them. So user management group. ACLs. This is for securing your files and directories. You have created a project from other users. Implementing ACLs you can secure. If you wanted to deploy packages, means server operating system, you wanted to install something, some command is not working, you want to install it. Using RPM and YUM, you can do that. What is LVM? How to dynamically allocate space for applications or partitions. How to dynamically allocate extra space without pulling down the application is through LVM. Securing your data, from losses like burning or another thing, RAID implementation. Okay, process management. Why this is process management? So Soumya, for example, what is a process? Soumya, I told you server operating systems, you know what is the difference between a client operating system, server? You may have idea. Server are for server applications and all the things. Server operating systems support more than a single user. Client operating system at a point of time, it can only support one user. You know this, right or not?
Yeah.
Okay, in server operating system, in your client operating system, only one CPU is there, only one or two CPUs. The dual core 6 core, one CPU. But server hardware, you can have hundreds and hundreds of CPU, and RAM sizes are also in GBs and TBs.
Yes.
Terabytes of RAM. Okay. So, and in server, maybe few hundreds or even few lakhs of users can connect. And each student or each user can create his own task, which are all executing on the processor, CPU. Right or not?
Yes.
So these many processors are being created. How do I handle them with a few number of CPUs? Getting?
Yes.
Everything has to be submitted to a CPU for execution. Okay, right or not? Everything has to be submitted to a CPU for execution. And there are only limited number of CPU. How do you prioritize the thing? Which is more important, which is not more important? Right or not?
Yes.
These all will be handled in process management. Okay, how to enable a process, how to check the process status, how to kill a process if it is not responding. There are many tasks. These are called process management. Okay, right or not? This is one of the tasks of business. So now coming into next topic, what is this backups and restore? Okay, what is this backup? Small example. Basha, you are running a project. Basha, Basha is one of the person here. There is Abhi, some other person is Rahul also somewhere. So think these people are all working as a single project. So Basha and Soumya and other people who are actually attending this class are creating a common project. So this project is kept on a system or a server where they are working. Problem is that if you don't take the backup of the project, so at the end of the day, every end of the current day, this project data will be uploaded to a VSS or SVN server. Right or not? Soumya, have you heard about SVN?
SQL.
Sub-versioning server. SVN server. Sub-versioning.
Yes.
Small example. Small example, Soumya, I am giving you a task. So you are creating a application, Soumya. You are congregating with 10 people, you are creating an application. Think that this application has been built today. Today you have done some coding in that application. Problem is that this application which are developed may not be on server. You are creating a client. From the client computer you are working. There are chances the client computer is Windows, security is problem, there is some corruption. And you lost your project files. All the project files are corrupted or lost. What happens to your project after you work for 1 year? There is some servers may problem ho sakti hai na?
Exactly. Yes.
So what should I do? Every day, by the end of the day, whatever work is done today will be uploaded to SVN server, sub-versioning server, or Visual Source in Microsoft VSS servers, or there are GitHub servers. These servers will be actually where you will be uploading all your current project details. Next day, if there is any problem, you will be downloading it from the VSS server or the SVN server and then work. Safe or not your project data?
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is the purpose of backups. How do I backup my data? How do I restore the data in case of problem? This is also implementable in Linux. This also we're going to see. Later thing, what is this job scheduling? You can see here. Okay, why is this job? What is this automation of jobs? Small examples, the same example. You wanted to take up a backup of your file system or your project every night at 12 o'clock. Doesn't it mean that you log in at 12 o'clock in the night and start taking the backup manually, right or not? Is it that you're going to again connect to your computer or come to your company, then sit on your computer and do the backups? Is it Soumya?
Yes.
So why can't I automate the job of backup?
Okay.
So I will write shell scripting code. I will write shell scripting code how to take backup. If the backup fails, it should give me a mail. If the backup succeeds, it should give me a mail. This shell scripting code I will write and I will schedule it at 12 o'clock. Automatically, whenever the 12 o'clock comes night, it takes backup and it will intimate you through a mail also if the backup is successful or where it gets stopped. Is it nice
Okay.
or not? So
Yes,
that way
definitely.
you are actually scheduling jobs. Scheduling means to be executed at a particular point of time.
Yeah.
Okay, now you got to understand what you are going to learn is Linux standalone administration.
Yeah.
So now you are clear with the Linux standalone administration. Am I clear with the topics which are going to throw? Have you got
Yes.
little idea what we are going to see in real time and what are the purpose of each of the topic? Am I correct?
Yes. Yes.
So now we have seen basics. These basics are useful. See, other people have joined, Rahul and Abhi. So I am repeating. Basics of Unix and Linux is to make you aware of Linux environment. Because Linux is a CUI based environment. Basically, mostly you are going to work on Linux in CUI. Character line interface. It is a command interface, not like GUI in Windows. So GUI operating system can be learnt on their own because it is easy, but CLI operating systems are different. The way they operate are different. So to make you aware or make you easy with the concepts of Linux and environment of Linux, we use basics of Linux. These topics will help you in doing that. These topics. After that, we are going to enter the Linux environment for standalone administration. How do I configure a single system? These many different types of configuration. After that, later we are going to come to Linux networking. How do I configure Linux networking topics? Am I clear? So, Abhi, any doubt with the concepts or course content? You can unmute. Abhi. Abhi, you can talk, man.
Hello.
Hello, Abhi. Have you any doubt?
Sir, if a non-technical background can learn this Linux, sir.
Yes, I gave you very clearly. Abhi, see here, non-technical background के पहले यहाँ दिखा दिया मैंने देखो. So, what are the prerequisites for learning this administration course, Linux admin? No prerequisite, no knowledge of any kind, no college of any kind, whether it is operating system knowledge or computer knowledge. No, nothing is required. Anybody can learn. No prerequisite. You can see here. Anybody from any field, IT or non-IT, can come into the IT software industry using this Linux administration or Linux concepts. Okay, Abhi, any doubt?
No, sir.
So you can learn it. No, see, Abhi, no software knowledge required, no hardware knowledge required, no computing knowledge required. Anybody can start it. Okay, Abhi. Any doubt?
Yes, sir. For AWS, moving for AWS, it's a Linux is
AWS
mandatory.
Linux is a must. AWS for basic of the AWS, you have to first learn Linux.
What about CCNA also, sir?
I have no idea. Depends on what in AWS you are implementing. CCNA भी networking topic है, Cisco है, router management or router configuration which is CCNA. There are many other topics. But for anything you wanted to learn, AWS जाने के लिए compulsory this. If you have networking knowledge also, it will be helpful. That we can say.
सर AWS में डिफरेंट सर्विसेज है, डिफरेंट ये है ना सर, उसमें कौन सा जाना है कैसा सर लिनक्स करने के बाद?
See, that you have to ask AWS admin where the Linux will be used, what type. Because I have no idea. I have just idea about what is AWS, but I have not done any AWS. So I have no idea.
Okay, sir.
So I can say it is required for AWS. Where in this topic, where which concept the Linux is required, that I can't tell you because I have no idea.
So definitely required. Actually, whatever in AWS, everything you have to learn first. You learn Linux, then only you understood whatever the topic going in AWS, you better understood. Otherwise, you cannot understood a single thing in AWS. Okay.
Okay,
Everything.
did you get the answer?
Everything in the command prompt only, and if you thoroughly go to in Linux, definitely you will be hands-on practice in AWS. There is no that much difficult if you learn Linux. Okay, that's it.
Abhi, did you get your answer from Soumya?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I have no idea of AWS, but it is required. That is what we know. Okay. So anybody from any course can come to this software field using Linux. Many people actually jump from non-IT fields to this Linux administration so that they can actually work in software. Okay. It is easy. Abhi, I'm telling, very easy Linux.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what about this Rahul? You are not talking anything, Rahul.
No, sir, I am listening. Hello.
Okay, you are understanding whatever we are seeing here. Course content.
Yeah,
समझ
yes.
में आ गया, Rahul?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, this is the course content. This is requiring. See, we are going to cover this course. See, this is the thing. Which areas Linux administration course is going to be useful? That also I rate. Linux administration को जाने वाला सीखना है. Student who are going for AWS Linux knowledge is implement because Linux on AWS. Okay. Student going for DevOps also required Linux knowledge. Database administrators or any database administration deployed on Unix or Linux need Linux administration concepts because they want to manage their databases which are on Linux. Linux knowledge is important. And most important thing is, see, Windows and Linux are operating systems. Those server or client operating system. This server operating system which we are installing was not developed directly. They were developed by Linux system programmers. Linux system programmers develop these operating system concepts and internal implementations. So, person who wants to go for Linux system programming, okay, they have to have the knowledge of Linux. These 5 places, Linux is going to be used. So, knowledge is must. Okay. So, now we have seen course content 3 levels: basic level, standalone level, server level, or server administration level. We have even seen what are each topic we are going to discuss, where it is going to help us in Linux administration. Am I clear with this, Soumya?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So this is the clarity. This is what we are going to do in the next 35 to 40 classes. Okay. We are starting with the basics. After basic, make you understand the basic. You will be very much clear with the usage of Linux, how the CLI works, how the terminal works, how the different small utilities work. Later, we are going to shift to 1 level, increasing your knowledge.
Okay.
So now we have done these things. So now we will see today's course content. Should I start the class today, or because it is already 9? If I start with the demo session, it will take another half an hour. Tell me if you want that, I can start. Otherwise, I can take it tomorrow. So, okay, we will start with the basics only. Demo starting. This is our original demo. Till now, we are only discussed what is the Linux, what is the content only. This is the Linux demo. We are going to start the Linux demo. First, we'll start with what is a computer, which is what we are going to. Every topic, and one more important thing, no need to write any notes. All the notes will be prepared for every day like this. Every notes will be prepared like this. Each and every detail is prepared. See here. No need to write any notes for any topic. These detailed notes is being prepared by each and every point. This will be copy pasted by explaining here in this content, and this file will be sent to you every weekend, okay, or every day if you want. Apart from that, Linux videos will be shared to you every day. So no need to write any notes, running notes or other. Everything will be shared with you. Content will be shared, data will be shared, files and videos will be shared. Okay. Soumya, any doubts,
Yeah.
any requirements extra apart from this?
No. Actually, it is enough, right? Actually, no issue.
Small example. If you want to see what is the video, see this is the video. I am just showing you few of the videos how it looks like. See, this is my video of 11.6 for a different class. These videos will be created like this. You can see the video. So this video will be like this. It will be all the content will be shown. Videos are created and so now you got to understand how the videos are looking. These videos with all the content will be shared. Apart from that, everyday notes will be shared. No need to write any data or course material. Okay. Am I clear?
Yes.
Okay. So now we were going to see you. Now we were starting what is a computer because we wanted to learn everything will be dealt in detail. Even the smallest of the point. What is a computer? This is what we are learning. Okay. It consists of what is it consist of? Hardware components.
Hardware,
What is a
software.
computer? Hardware components and software components. Okay, two components of a computer. What is it? Hardware components and software divided or classified as a computer. You can divide as a computer in two terms. Hardware components plus software computer make a computer. Right or not?
Yes.
Okay. So now we will see what is the meaning of this hardware component. Okay. What is the meaning of this hardware? What is this software? We will see in detail. Okay. What is hardware? What can be defined as a hardware? Definition. Tell me. Any idea? Anybody can say.
It's like CPU, hard disk.
What you can see? You can see physical components of a computer are called hardware. Right or not?
Yes.
Physical components. How can you define a hardware? Physical components of a computer is called as, what is this? Physical components of a hardware can be called as these are the physical components of a computer. Okay, this is what example. What you can define as a computer? Okay, keyboard. What are the examples of a hardware? Keyboard, you can say.
Keyboard,
Okay.
mouse, CPU,
mouse,
disk.
screen, display screen, one which you have seen the display. What are the things? Mouse, keyboard. What are the things? LAN card,
Yes.
network card. Okay, examples of LAN card. These are the things. Apart from that, what are other things? Keyboard, mouse, touchpad. Okay, these are the physical components. Apart from that, CPU. You are forgetting the most important thing. CPU. Okay.
Yes.
After that, you are seeing motherboard. Motherboard, right or not? And apart
Yes.
from that, what CPU motherboard extra?
Hard disk, SSD.
Perfect. Hard disk. Anything, any hard disk, SSD or anything, any classification, etc. These are the hardware components. Okay. These are called keyboard, motherboard. In this, I am writing what is CPU, which is important. Short form. It is written short form. Central processing unit. Remaining things are same. Central processing unit. Okay. What is a motherboard? Motherboard को क्या बोल सकते हो? What is the motherboard can be called? Okay. PCB. What is PCB? Printed circuit board. What is this motherboard for? Most important, CPU तो समझ में आ गया. It processes all your instructions. What does the CPU do? What does the CPU do?
Arithmetic and logical operations.
Processes your instructions.
Exactly.
Right or not?
Yes.
What does the CPU do? Processes instructions. Right or not? What does the motherboard do?
We assemble all the things.
All the peripherals are connected here.
Exactly, assembles.
Peripherals. are connected to it, right or not?
Yeah.
PCB, motherboard is where everything is connected, keyboard, mouse, everything is actually connected. CPU is also on the motherboard, okay? It is called printed circuit board also. So am I clear with the hardware? Any doubts within the hardware? What is the hardware definition or component? Anything you wanted to add? Anybody? Soumya, Suresh, Rahul? Any doubts? Soumya ji?
No.
No.
So now you got to understand what is the hardware and what are the purpose of the hardware. Different hardware component example. Now we will go to next part of computer which you have mentioned, for which we are learning here. Software. What is the software? What is it? It is a, what you can define as software. It is a set of programs. Set of programs or code. Right or not? Software
Yes.
is what? Set of programs or code in any format, maybe in any format, binary or this. So, what is the purpose of a software? What are the different classifications? Okay, different. Now we are coming in, you got to understand software. This is a set of programs or code using which. This is logical. You can't see the code. It is not logical. Okay, is it physical or logical? Okay, it is a logical entity. Okay, physically it doesn't exist. Right or not? Software exists physically. Soumya,
Yes.
software
It's a
का
set of
definition correct है?
programs. Yes. It's set
Okay.
of program software.
Okay, set of program. So it has wrote program and code or code. Output
Yeah.
same. Okay. Now we are going
Yes.
to see what are the different types of software. Now the classification of software which are we are working for. What are the different types? First software, you can call it as a system software or system software. Okay. Second classification, what can you get? Any idea? Application software. Rahul, please. Rahul, concentrating on system.
Yes, sir.
Your background में voice आ रहा है इसलिए पूछ रहा हूँ. So what is the different classification? Second classification is application software. Okay. Different classification is system software and application software. These are the two classification of software. Okay. Now we will see what is the definition. According to the definition, what is the meaning of system software? What is application software? Okay. Okay. Now question is, what is a system software? Okay. System software. It is a platform on which application softwares work. Right or not?
Yeah.
So it is a platform. It is a platform on which it can be also called as one of the most important definition I'm
Okay.
writing. See, definition of a system software. It is acting as a interface between both. What is system software, application software? It is acting as an interface between user or user level applications, user or user level applications, between a user level or user applications and hardware. Why? Any idea why it is an interface between user and application, user and hardware? Why? Any idea? Because
So,
hardware here, hardware. Doubt. What is the doubt, Soumya? Tell me.
No doubts. It's come into the picture the operating system, right?
What is that?
Here's in come into the picture of operating system, right? In system software.
Yes, I'll write that. But I am saying, see,
Okay.
why this is a see system software का बारे में मैं क्या लिखा हूँ? It is a platform on which application
Exactly.
software work.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
that you got to understand. Next
Yes.
time I gave you definition that it is acting as an interface. Means Because why it is acting as the interface between a user command and a hardware? Because hardware understands only binary language. You know
Yeah.
that. So hardware, see, hardware understand what is that hardware understand? It understands only binary language. Binary language. Okay. Hardware understand binary language. Soumya, from your side, disturbance is coming.
Sorry,
Background noise.
actually, charging will be over. I just charged that laptop actually. Sorry, already over, no issue.
Okay. Hardware understands only binary language. Am I clear with this? You know what is a binary language? Binary language like this, looks like this. Binary language looks like this, It is like this format: 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 1. This is the binary language. Can you understand binary language, Soumya?
No.
No. So, but hardware understands only binary language, electronic, zeros and
Yes.
ones. So as a human, I cannot understand, or I cannot understand binary language. So there need to be a translator, because I am using high level language. Computer understand, hardware understand binary language. There needs to be intermediate interpreter or translator between both of us to make us work. Right or not?
Yeah.
Yeah. So binary understandable hardware language is not able to communicate with us with the user or high level language. So system software works as a interface between user level applications and hardware. Now you got to understand.
Yeah.
Why the system software? What is the purpose of a system software? Getting?
Yes.
So now you system understand binary language. I only understand user level or high level English language. Who is going to translate my instructions which are given in high level language to binary and reverse in binary to high level language? System software is going to be do that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So system software का definition समझ में आ गया? It is an interface or a translator between high level language and hardware language, which is binary. Okay. Right?
Yes.
So now we got to understand little more about what is a system software. Now we are going to see the examples and system software का primary example and example for a system software. System software. Primary example for a system software is first thing operating system. All operating systems. All operating systems. Example like Windows,
Linux.
Linux, Unix,
Mac.
Basic,
Ubuntu.
Mac OS. That we will see. That are part of Linux only. Ubuntu is actually classic. Is a
Okay.
flavor of Linux only. So not required. Mac OS, Macintosh OS. Okay. These are the examples of operating system. And what is operating system? It is the main component of the system software. Okay. System software का main component होता है operating system. Now you got to understand what is the operating system. It comes under system software. Am I clear?
Yes.
Soumya or any other thing? Rahul?
Yes.
Okay. Suresh, అర్థమవుతుందండి? సురేష్ గారు?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Understand.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we have got to understand what is a system, what is a hardware, what is a computer, what is the classification of hardware. After that, what is software, what are the different classifications, application software, system software. Now we have seen what is the system software, what does it do, what is the priority, why is the system software so prioritized? Because it is acting as a translator between high level application language to low level hardware language and vice versa. Okay. Now we will see what is the application software. We have seen system software. Next classification is application software. Application software. What is application software? Any definition? Definition. It is used to create applications. You can say, right or not? System software is to manage applications on a hardware, but application software is for user level. So it is used to create application data, different applications. So this is the user to create application. Example of application which are working on system software. MS Office application, right or not?
Yeah.
Office, MS Office. VLC media player, VLC player, any video player. Okay, right or not? These are the MS Office, Notepad. What is it? Application software. Okay, Notepad. Many other things can be said. Any application, WhatsApp application which you are using in your WhatsApp application which you are using there. Okay.
IRCTC.
Google browsers, Google browser.
IRCTC.
All these are. Tell me, Soumya, what is the thing?
IRCTC.
What?
IRCTC.
I didn't get you. What are you saying?
IRCTC, Indian Railway.
These are applications. Okay. Apart from this, these are the application softwares, and there are also the softwares. These are applications. What I wrote is application. These are not application software. Application softwares are used to create these applications.
Okay.
Okay. Application softwares are used to create these above applications. Right or not?
Yes.
Applications. What are the different applications are created using? Like these above applications are created using what? Application software like C, C++, Java, Python. Okay.
Yes.
Apart from that, you can even say applications require databases. These are also there. Right or not?
Yeah.
Databases where their data is saved. So application software used to create applications. These are applications but application software requires some platform on which they can work. That platform is system software. Right or not?
Yes.
Okay. All application softwares require a platform in the form of operating system to work. Correct or not? All application softwares require a platform in the form of operating system to work. Right or not? Now am I clear with what is application software and what is system software? Any doubts? Soumya or Rahul or any other?
No.
So now you are very much clear with what is the different classification of software: system software, application software. Right or not?
Yes.
Okay. What is the relation between all these things? What is hardware? How they are related? What is application software? What is system software? How they are communicating? What is the requirement? Okay. Now we have seen what are the different classifications of applications. But what we are here to learn? Here we are here to learn system software in the name of Linux. Right or not? This is our priority. Why? This is our interest of topic, Linux. And Linux operating system comes in. Linux operating system is a system server operating system software. Okay, system software. Okay, we are going to learn Linux because this is a system software and we are going to learn Linux administration. Am I clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now the example of system software ho gaya. Now we will see classifications, different class. Soumya, this is now 9:15. Can I take another 15 minutes? Rahul, Soumya, Suresh, any problem? Soumya, any problem?
No, I don't have any problem.
Suresh, what about you?
Go ahead.
Isko 15 minutes.
Okay.
Rahul, what about you? Can I take 15 minutes?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, see. Now we are continuing our class. Now we will see. Now we have seen these things. Linux क्या है, application software definition देखा, थोड़ा तो idea आया. Linux पढ़ना है. Now we are seeing different classifications of system software, operating system or system software. I'll write operating system now because you understand what is the operating system. It is the main component of system software. Different classifications of software. First classification. Okay. CLI based or CUI based, and first classification is CLI based and second is GUI based operating system. CLI based OS, GUI based OS. Getting first classification? Am I clear? So this is the thing. Okay. Second classification after CLI base, second type of classification again. CLI base, single user. Okay, single user operating system. Second, single user, multi-user operating system. Okay. From now we are going to talk about operating system data. Operating system. Okay, these are the things. We will see. We'll start with the single user and GUI के base में क्या difference है. First difference. What is a CUI based operating system? Getting? What is a CUI based operating system? What is the thing? Okay, question. What does CUI based stand for? What is CUI based? CUI stands for, I am writing. So, character user interface. What is this character user interface? Command based. Matlab, you are actually giving commands in the format of commands in the format. So you are going to type the command. Commands are typed here, not like GUI. Okay. What is CUI? Character. Sorry, I made some mistake. Character user interface or CLI. CLI stands for. What does CLI stand for? Command line interface. Both can be called a CLI CUI. Same. Command line interface. What is this? To give an instruction. So note. I am writing a note. To note. To give any instructions. To operating system. We need to type the commands at the terminal like this. What is terminal? I'll let you know. See, terminal. Small example. See here. This is command based. So what is my IP? I'm just going to show you simple practical. See here. If I wanted to give the command to my operating system. So see here, terminal. So see here, small example. Terminal open kar raha hu. Using this terminal only, I can give submit commands. What is my first command? I am just seeing you. PWD, present working directory. It is showing some output. LS command. What are the contents of the directory? LS command. This is called CLI based operating system. Understood the example? Soumya and all?
Yes.
Rahul, what is CLI based?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Understand.
What is GUI based? See here. I am having my operating system. This is GUI based. In order to open anything, suppose I wanted to connect putty. I am just giving a click on that. I am not submitting any command using command line interface. Clicking on that. See, clicking on that. It opens. समझ में आ गया? Interface opens using click. This is GUI based. If I wanted to connect, see here, what is this config? 1 minute. If config. This is my if config is a networking command which shows the IP address. This is my IP. So anything you wanted to know from the operating system, anything you wanted to query from the operating system, you need to submit the commands at the terminal. Clarity? समझ में आ गया आपको? Soumya?
Yes.
See, and most of the time, server operating systems are on remote location. You are 160. Soumya, disturbance is coming from your side, man.
No. Actually, I also hear that.
Kitch, something is coming here from that time. I'll just mute all. Okay. I don't know from where, but from that time it is showing me when I'm seeing Soumya, Ranjan, it is showing me from your side.
No. This time okay, but this time actually not even.
Okay. What I will do it. Okay, no problem. I don't know why it is coming from this side. Sorry, I don't know where it is coming. Sorry. Okay. So 192, 168, 74, 155. This is how you are remotely connect to a server. In real time, your servers will not be in your front of you or in your office. Servers will be created in some remote location. Using this putty kind of tool, you connect to the server. See here. I am showing you how to connect to the server. Simple example. CLI base will be like this. These operations will be like this. Okay. What I'm showing is CLI based operating system. How do you connecting different from Windows? So see here, root. I am giving root. After that, I am giving Rajesh password. See, CLI operating system will look like this. GUI operating system will look like Windows. Understanding the difference, Soumya?
Yes, yes.
Okay. This is the thing. CLI will look like this. Anything you wanted to know, let's know the host name. You have to submit the command. If you want to check the IP address, like this. This is CLI based. Small example. What is the IP address? So in order to do any operation, you wanted to query the operating system to do some work. You have to give commands on command line. So now this is the command line. Am I clear?
Yeah.
So CLI based, how it looks, how do you connect? Simple example. What is GUI based? OS, operating system. Example of CLI based operating system. Forgot. First of the important thing. Examples of CLI based operating system. Most important thing, Unix. Okay, Unix. And what about Linux? Is a CLI? Is a GUI? Tell me first. Anyone can tell.
Command and CLI.
Both.
It will be both. It will be both.
Right. Yes, yes. Good one. Now you got to understand. Linux is CLI. Linux is GUI. Both. Okay. Now I am writing for GUI CLI only. GUI also has. Okay. But one question for you, Soumya or Rahul. Which is more powerful, CLI or GUI?
CLI.
Okay.
It's more secure, right?
Rahul, tell me.
तो सर दोनों भी सही है सर, मतलब अपने नीड के हिसाब से अपन यूज कर सकते हैं, ऐसे पावरफुल.
Answer is correct. Small example I am showing. See here. See, I am connected to the operating system. See here. I have connected to the operating system. What is the name of the operating system? Server file. Okay. Small example. Small example for you. Which is more powerful? Small example. See here. I am creating a directory for me. Already there is a directory called Rajesh. So I will create a directory in the name of Soumya. SOUMYA. He is my student. So I am creating a directory in the format of Soumya. You can see very easy with a single command, single keystroke, I finished it. I can going into Soumya directly. So now I am in Soumya. This is my present. You will know this command pwd cd in later classes. For time being, just remember. You see no data is there. See here. Now my task is in this. So my now task is I wanted to create 100 files or 1000 files at once. Okay, I wanted to create 1000 text files. Can it be possible in GUI with a single keystroke? Soumya or Rahul?
In CLI it is possible. In GUI it is not possible.
Yes. So I am going to show you the power of CLI. See, I am using the touch command. Rahul, आपके पास से disturbance है. Okay, see here, using touch command. So now you see using the touch command. So touch command. I am creating name of the file is starting with file 1. 1000 files I am creating of the name file 1 to file 1000 in a single keystroke. Enter मार रहा हूँ देख लो. ls. Can you see all the files are created 1000 files in a single keystroke? See, am I clear? So this way I can create more files. If you want to create directories also can be done. This is with a single keystroke. In GUI if you wanted to do, it is very difficult. So GUI based operating system. What is GUI? Graphical user interface. Examples. Main example of the popularity, Windows operating system. Okay, and Linux, one of the most important thing. Linux is also a GUI based. And also Mac OS. Okay, and also Mac OS. So Soumya and all the things. Today it is 9:30. I can't proceed more further. Okay, I will stop the class here. Soumya and Rahul, Suresh, any doubts
Yes.
for today's class? Am I clear with the concept?
Yes,
Rahul,
yes, yes.
Soumya,
Yes,
any doubts? आपको कुछ feedback देना है?
there is no doubts. Actually, every
no doubt,
class
no doubt, sir.
recorded video will be shared, right?
Every day video will be shared after you pay your fees. Every day will be.
Yeah, actually, after the class, the recorded video will be sent to our mail ID, right?
हाँ, yeah, I will tell you after the class by tomorrow morning or afternoon. Next day afternoon तक आ जाएगा क्योंकि this videos have to be converted. Okay.
Okay, okay.
These are compressed like this. It will be. See here. This
Yes,
is the
yes,
compressed
yes, yes.
video. Document.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is this format. It will be. It will be converted. Conversion के लिए time लगता है. इतने catches और इतने batches होते हैं. Next
Yeah.
day afternoon तक मिल जाएंगे.
Okay. Suppose my question is that suppose is that and suppose one class I miss, then I will be go through the video and write.
Yes, yes. If you miss the class, one thing, Soumya, Rahul, any person, if you miss the class, you get the video, you get the notes also. These notes will be shared with you. This which I have created. See here, this much notes every day. Soumya ji,
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir.
that notes will be shared with you every weekend. No, you want it every day, then also I'll share with you.
Okay,
Every day.
okay.
So no
Okay.
need to write any note. Every note, see here, this is only upload. Every detail which you are going to teach, detailedly every notes is prepared. Bit by bit. See the note. This is for only demo session notes. This is the demo session notes. Linux administration, vendors. Okay, what is the Linux Unix operating system concepts, components here? Each thing is clearly Linux execution process. Okay, history of Linux. You can see. I think you can see those things, Soumya.
Yes.
What are the different vendors? See here. Why we are using CentOS operating system and Linux operating system, Red Hat. Everything. What are the vendors? What are the features of Linux operating system? See here. Detailedly, each and every point explained. This all will be shared with you. No need to write any note. If you go through these notes again and again, you will learn everything. Am I clear?
Yeah.
Apart from that,
Yeah.
videos are shared. No
Yes,
need
yes,
to
thank-
write. Every question is being answered here. What are the principles of Unix? See here. What are the different file systems? What are the tools to connect to the file system? Windows of Linux server. Just now I showed you PuTTY.
Yeah.
Just now I showed you PuTTY. How to install Linux? What are the prerequisites before installing Linux operating system? Minimum requirement, hardware. You can see. Am I right? Intel or
Yes, yes.
AMD based processor. What are the recommended partitioning sizes? Everything detailedly, point to point is made. No need to write anything. Everything will be deep. If you go through these notes every day, more than enough to get a job. Fresher or
Yeah.
experience. So,
Yeah.
so this way we are seeing. What is file system? I just told you. There are these 3 types of file system, which most of the topics they miss. Most of the faculty will not give you these things. See here. फाइल सिस्टम्स को 3 टाइम्स में क्लासिफाई किया, एक एक पॉइंट को पूरा पूरा एक्सप्लेन किया. ये लिनक्स फाइल सिस्टम हायरार्की है. देखिए, व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट पार्टीशंस, व्हाट आर द पर्पस ऑफ ईच एंड थिंग. नो नीड टू राइट एनीथिंग. ओके, सौम्या, राहुल.
Yes.
So my notes is more than enough. More than enough. Everything what's here. Different desktop environments in Linux. How do you connect? How do you configure? Everything. Explanation of different desktop. Okay. What is happening? See, one more scenario. Whenever you are opening a terminal, see here, we have opened a terminal here. Whenever you open shortcuts to apply to a terminal, suppose I am placing some code, I want to clear the screen. What is the shortcut? Control L. See here. In this notes, I have made the shortcut details also. Now, see here. Control L to clear the terminal, to close the terminal, to open a terminal, to open a new tab. Getting man? How detailedly each and every point is made. Soumya.
Yes.
So these all will be shared with you. No need to write anything. Am I clear?
Yeah.
Any doubts other than this, Soumya? Rahul or Soumya, any doubts again, apart from this?
Thank you.
No, sir. No, sir.
You are able to understand how the flow, how is going flow. You are able to understand the flow, Linux.
Yes.
Okay. So now this is the first demo session. Tomorrow will be the same demo session will be continued because tomorrow, so it is already 9:30. 9:30. So we will take tomorrow class 8 o'clock again. See you, Rahul, Soumya, and Suresh. Any
Thanks.
feedback you want to give, you can give.
Thank you very much.
then it's okay. Thank you and good night. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Good night. Good night for all.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, sir. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you.